Good morning. I'm Noah Spy.
And I'm George Johnson Espinoza. Today is Friday, September 7th, 2018.
We would like you to stand and join us for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Ms. Roth's class. Let's begin our moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. We will now go to the chat room with Mr. Michael for the Caught Being Good drawing.
Good morning, Meadows Edge. Great to see you today. I've got my little fish bowls all set up. We're going to do our first drawing for Caught Doing the Right Thing and then talk about a couple of other pieces as we go along. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually talk about recess. I told you that for the next several weeks I'm going to talk about a couple of different areas as we kind of start this year out. If you remember last week we talked about cafeteria. We talked about going in, sitting down quickly, being quiet, getting ready to go in the line and move through so that we can get our food quickly and get served. We talked about being safe. That's safe with not taking food from other kids, not giving kids other food. And we talked about just being respectful in general to each other by not messing with each other's things and also making sure we're listening to adult instructions. And from what I hear, for the most part, that's going really well. And actually, the one thing that I did hear is that sometimes the volume still gets a little high. So one of the things that I would like you to think about is, again, just keeping your voice to that one table zone if you could. There have been some times when I've been there and I'll see some students who will yell over to another table to talk to somebody, even the one next to them. It doesn't seem like it's that much farther, but if you're 3 or 4 feet away this way from somebody and you're trying to get their attention and their back is to you, a lot of times it does get loud and then that voice carries, and then the louder the voice at your tables get, then the ones nearby feel like they have to talk a little higher so they can hear. So we just want to keep that volume low in general. And I also want to make sure that you're paying attention to what's going on. If they bring the lights down and we're supposed to go to 0, then let's make sure we go to the 0 voice so that they can give you the information that you need, and then we move on and get ready for the activities coming next. And the activities coming next is always recess. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So recess. Recess, I hope you've noticed, if you're a student who was here last year, that we've updated the playgrounds, and so we've resurfaced everything. We have lots of colorful areas, and you can go out and do the hopscotch, and just, all those things are out there so you can have some fun and be out there just exercising a little bit, but just enjoying some time with your friend, playing some games where you get to make some decisions about what you're going to do. So I hope you're enjoying that. That process is still going on. You might have noticed that they're beginning to move some of the basketball hoops. Those are kind of some of the last pieces to get back in, because what they did was they resurfaced the entire sidewalk, or not sidewalk, but the actual playground area to make sure that if you noticed last year, there was some cracks in it, so we pulled out the cement, put in some new cement, and then covered it. So now we're putting the basketball courts back up, so over the next few days, those will be going back up, so you'll be able to use those as well. So those renovations will continue on. Not too much longer, we'll be all caught back up to where it's at. So I hope you're enjoying that. One of the things to focus on while you're out there, though, is when you're out there for recess, one of the nice things about recess is that you do have a lot of control, and it's a great time for you to see all of your different friends, no matter which classroom teacher that they have. It's a great time to make some new friends. There's a buddy bench out there. If you're not familiar with the buddy bench, it's a great place to sit. If you want to see somebody different, you can go over and sit on the buddy bench. If somebody sees you on the buddy bench, what we would ask is that somebody would go over and hang out with them, go talk to them, go do something else. It's just a way to kind of get some new friends if you want to change things up. You can also sit on it if you're just tired and want to rest. So whatever you need to do, that's fine, but it is there for you. But I want to make sure that while we're out there, we're being respectful. One of the things is we want to talk about is some of the games we play. We want to make sure that the games we play are always fun for everybody. So if we're playing things like tag or we're playing football, those games where I see kids kind of running around, those are great. I love those games. You have lots of exercise, lots of activities. But I do want to make sure that the contact, the physical part, is kept low. Sometimes we can get in the middle of it, and you're really trying to touch somebody to kind of make them bounce so you can get the ball for football, and you're reaching out, and we just want to make sure we're still doing a tap. We're not doing a slap. We want to make sure that we're not hitting. Same thing with tag. When I see tag, for the most part, what I've been seeing this year, and it's been really good, is kids will go around, they get close, and they actually tag. And a tag is just, you're just touching, okay? And there's a difference between this. This you can't hear, okay? If I'm hearing this out in the playground or somebody's feeling that, nobody likes that. And you're going, but I got to get them. They're so fast, right? I got to hit it. I know that. But we want to be safe, right? At the end of the tag game, nobody should be walking with red marks because somebody was tagging them hard. and it's easy to do if you're not careful. Okay, so let's be gentle with each other and keep those hands to a minimum. No pushing, no shoving, no roughhousing. Those are all things that are it's just a safety issue. And a lot of times I'll have kids say, well, we're friends, it's okay. You know, most of the time when we see problems, it's because it was friends and it was okay, and then all of a sudden somebody did something a little harder, so we did something harder back, and all of a sudden it's not okay. So the rule out there we want to do is, again, making sure we're having kind hands, gentle hands, and that way we're always being respectful to each other. Also be respectful of teachers. If it's time to end recess, make sure that you stop what you're doing, go over, get in line, and get ready to go back inside. I know you want to keep playing sometimes and do those activities. I totally get that. I enjoy it when I go out for recess and hang out with you when I get a chance to go. But when the time is over, we do have learning to get back to in another environment, back in the classroom. So we want to have time for each one. So let's make sure we're respectful to our teachers, but also our classmates, because obviously if it takes you an extra 2 or 3 minutes to get over the lines or holding up all the lines, it means nobody's going back in. So we just want to make sure we're doing that well. I think otherwise, in general, from what I'm hearing on the playground, I think things seem to be going really well. So again, but just kind of keep the idea, safety number one. Be safe on all the equipment that we have out there, and be respectful. Don't use that as a time to gossip. Don't use that as a time to start any kind of drama. You know, you're out in the playground because you want to have some time to be physical and just enjoy yourself. And you know what? When people are talking about drama or stirring things up, nobody's enjoying themselves, not even the ones who are doing it. So let's, again, be thoughtful while we're out there. Have fun, enjoy it for what it is, which is some great time for you to be with friends, be laughing, be playing, and then when that's done, let's go back inside and get back to the business in the classroom. So I'm going to do the drawings real quick coming in. And so we got a little caught doing the right thing slips in all of them. So we're going to start with kindergarten here. Here we go. Some slips coming out. I've got Alexander Cassell from, let's see, Miss Binion's classroom for writing his name on his own paper. Remember, kindergartners, right? Great job with the name. You know, can you think about that, some other kids, when you couldn't even write your name? Isn't that cool when you finally get that thing? You're like, that's me, right? So there you are. Okay, now we got in here. Kate. Kate, I don't have a last name, but I know that you're in Miss Flores' class. Always following directions from Miss Flores. So Kate in kindergarten, great job. And one more for kindergarten, and it's going to be, who is it? Isabel Galindo for doing a great job on Daily 5 from Miss Vargo's class, and Mrs. Vargo noticed that. So if I called your name, kindergartners, what that means is that you can get up and go to the office, and in the office we have just a little quick way of saying thank you. Thank you for doing the right thing for somebody, okay? So you can go down there actually now, okay? And I got a couple of ones in first grade. First grade, here we go. Off here at the bottom too. Here we go. I've got Eli Santa from Miss Cox's class for doing what? For sitting quietly in the hallway. So that's great, great. Okay, so Eli, thank you for doing that. And how about Abby Taylor from Miss Cox's class for a great bubble in the hallway, and that is awesome. I love the bubbles because, you know, it's a great way to make sure everybody's focused and you're moving along. And how about Charlie Cool from Miss Cox's class? Great restroom procedures. Great job of following. You know, when you follow procedures, it makes everybody's life so much better, so much safer, and when we can depend on you to do that, it makes everything more smooth.
First grade.
Yeah, first grade. Woo woo! All right, grade 2. Here we go. Pulling some out. It's gonna be you. I don't know. We're getting some cheering in the background. It's weird. It's like, liven it up, liven it up. We're going. All right, number 2, grade 2, Ariana Oliveris from Miss Smith class for doing what? Helping a friend. Thanks, Ariana, for doing that from Miss Smith. All right, and another second grader from Miss Smith's class. And this is, hey, that's interesting. Okay, sorry. Wyatt Wickham from Miss Smith's class for helping a friend. I just noticed there was this other one from Miss Cox's class, but that's not the right grade level. That's interesting. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. And how about Maya Mays? Maya Mays from Miss Smith's class for doing what? For helping a friend out as well. So again, Ariana, Wyatt, and Maya, thank you so much for doing that. Congratulations. All right. Next up out of this one, this is our wonderful third grade, right? Okay, third graders. Here we go. How about Lexus Shackelford from Mrs. Roth's class for doing great efforts in Miss Roth. So great job, Lexus. And how about Brady Myers? Brady Myers from Miss Roth's class for doing what? For listening well. Can't overestimate that. We've got a lot to listen to. And one more from Miss Heisey's class. How about Marley Yates? Marley Yates from Miss Heisey's class for doing what? Persevering on a difficult math test. Good for you, Marley. Thanks for doing that. Great job, grade 3. Fourth graders were a little scant on that. We'll come back next week, though. So the good news is if you were a fourth grader and you had your name in, you're getting called because I've got 3. So they're all going to come through. So here we go. Taryn Brubaker from Miss Mills' class for wonderful cafeteria behavior, which we love. And that's from Ms. Tavares. So thanks, Ms. Tavares, for letting us know about that behavior. And Preston Alexander from Ms. Williams' class for following directions quickly and quietly. Thanks, Ms. Williams, for acknowledging that. So Preston, thank you. And the last one for grade 4, Alex Gillen. Alex in Ms. Williams' class for doing what? Helping another student. So thanks for doing that. Grade 4. Good job. And now on to grade 5, which gets... Oh, here we go. All right. I didn't say stop. There we go. All right. Okay. Here we go. Here are 3 for 5th grade. 5th grade is Kevin Wadner. Kevin Wadner for, let's see, Miss Lady's class for doing a great job during V&V. So wonderful job, Kevin. And Mrs. Carpenter, thanks for letting us know about that. And how about Brooklyn Hupp? Brooklyn Hupp, she's in Miss Coletti's class. Great job also helping out during class for V&V. Miss Carpenter, again, thank you for letting us know. And we've got one more, also from Mrs. Carpenter. She said that Madison Horvath, in Miss Mills' class, showed great responsibility in class. So, great job to those 3. So, Madison, all right. So now we go back, and I'm going to draw 2 more out of the ones that were the most full, and I think today the most full is out of this 2nd grade group. All righty, so here we go. Who's going to be in there? All right, I'm going to draw 2 out. All right. Okay, so here we go. 2nd grade. Camden Jones from Miss Smith's class. Miss Carew noticed that you had an excellent effort on mind play. So Camden Jones, great job. And from 2nd grade also, let's see. I don't know what the first name, Pierre maybe? Crowell? I don't know. Is it? Okay. Couldn't quite tell in the first one. And that's, again, listening in math class, and Miss Miller noticed that. So great job to Pierre. So if your name was called... Pierce. Oh, thank you. All right, Pierce. So here we go. If your name was called, go down to the office. We have some things for you. I know some other ones will be coming down a little later for some other activities. Teachers, thank you again for your patience. I know these first set of announcements like this are a little bit longer. I respect your time for that, so thank you so much for being gracious and giving that to me. So I'm going to pass it back to the main desk. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful Friday, and I will see everybody out there doing great things and get caught being good, they said. Not doing the right thing. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Mr. Michael. We will now go to the Hawks Corner with Alessio to see what Miss Kelly will be serving for lunch today.
Good morning, I'm Alessio Retzloff. Today you will have the following choices for lunch: chicken patty sandwich, cheesy fish sandwich, mashed potatoes, and pear sauce. Monday for breakfast, we will have mini maple apples. Monday for lunch, Miss Kelly will be serving the following items: French bread, pizza, BBQ chicken sandwich, baked beans, and pears. Now back to our anchor team.
Thanks, Alessio. We will now go to the birthday corner with Libby to see who is celebrating a birthday.
Good morning. I'm Libby Hanover. Today there will be no birthdays being celebrated at Meadows today. Now back to the anchor team.
Thanks, Libby. We will now join Henry in the weather corner.
Good morning. I'm Henry Smoker. Today will be sunny and cooler. The high will be 75. Now back to Noah and George.
Thanks, Henry. Don't forget to register for the fun run and start collecting your donations. Today, the teams with the most money raised are Team Flores, Team Binion, Team Vargo. Teams with the most registered students are Team Binion, Team Miller, and Team Flores. So far, we have raised $2,075 toward our goal of $10,000. Next Friday is the last day of the contest. Keep up the good work.
Today, right after the news, there will be a birthday celebration in the cafeteria for all those who had a summer birthday and a September birthday. Please come to the cafeteria right after the news.
That ends our news for today. We hope you have a great day of learning, and we'll see you back here on the news tomorrow, Monday morning. Bye.
Bye.